So, dear friends and students, today I am explaining the very important topic hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity is one of the uh, important reactions released from the immune system of the body. First of all, what is immunity? Immunity is the protective system against the harmful organisms or non-self organisms. So the immunity protects the body from non-self organisms which are causing diseases and improve the resistance power of the body. It's called as immunity. But sometimes the immunity reacts hyperly or overly. At that time, some abnormal factors released from the immune system. These are destruct the cells and finally leads to the death of the organisms. So, hypersensitivity is the overactivity of the immune system. But this hypersensitivity reactions does not occur in all the persons or organisms. It occurs only the sensitized persons or organisms who are re-exposed to the same antigen for the second time. So it leads to the severe symptoms and even death. The factors, so many factors are influences the hypersensitivity. So clinically, the hypersensitivity is called allergy. The factors which is caused the allergy called as allergens. The familiar example of a hypersensitivity is the allergy caused by penicillin injection. Sometimes in the hospitals, a patient dies immediately after penicillin reaction. This is due to allergy. So the penicillin is the drug. So this type of allergy caused is called as drug allergy. The hypersensitivity symptoms occurs in the body either immediately or by the delayed. So, the factors are causing hypersensitivity. The factors which are causing hypersensitivity is called as allergens. Allergens are of two types. One is extrinsic, another one is the intrinsic antigens or allergens. So, what are the different uh, allergens? So, one is the drugs. So, penicillin, aspirin, etc. The second one is airborne particles. For example, the pollen grains, house dust mite, spores, animal dandruffs, etc. So third one is foodstuffs, shellfish, strawberries, brinjal, etc. The fourth one is infectious organisms such as the bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. The last one is the blood transfusion of mismatched blood also caused the hypersensitivity. So, the mismatched blood because the people having different types of blood groups based on the presence of antigens on their RBCs. Some persons having the antigen A, so the persons belongs to A group persons. Some persons having the B antigen on their RBCs, that person is called as the B group persons. But in some persons having the both antigens A and B on their RBCs, so the type of persons called as AB group persons. But in some persons, the both antigens A and B are completely absent on their RBC. So the type of persons called as the O group persons. So the mismatched, mismatched means both the blood groups are not same. That type of blood groups called as mismatched blood group. Only the persons receive the blood as same as in their blood. That means blood groups. So classification of hypersensitivity. So based on the time taken for the reaction, the hypersensitivity classified into two types: immediate type of hypersensitivity, delayed type of hypersensitivity. Another, these two are classified into some other types based on the different mechanisms of pathogenesis. Coombs and Gill classified the hypersensitivity into five types. So type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, and type 5. So of these, the type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 belongs to the immediate type of hypersensitivity. The type 4 is a delayed type of hypersensitivity. Okay, so type 1, type 2, type 3, type 5 hypersensitivities are belongs to immediate type of hypersensitivity. Only type 4 belongs to the delayed type of hypersensitivity. So let us know the differences between the immediate type of hypersensitivity and delayed type of hypersensitivity. So the immediate type of hypersensitivity, so it appears and disappears very rapidly. But whereas in delayed hypersensitivity, it appears slowly and lasts longer, and it persists many days. So immediate type of hypersensitivity, the inflammatory responses occur in a few minutes. But whereas in delayed hypersensitivity, the inflammatory reactions occur only after 24 to 48 hours. That means in delayed hypersensitivity, the hypersensitivity produced the reactions only after 24 to 48 hours. So the immediate type of hypersensitivity produces the urticaria, wheal, and granulocyte anemia. So urticaria means the vascular reactions of the skin, slightly elevated patches which are reddish in color. The slightly reddish elevated patches appeared on the skin. So that is the urticaria. So another one is the delayed hypersensitivity. The delayed hypersensitivity produced arrhythmia, induration, and lymphocyte infiltration. So what is arrhythmia? The redness of the skin due to the congestion of capillaries is called as arrhythmia. Induration means the process of hardening or hard spot in the skin is called as induration. Another, the immediate type of anti-hypersensitivity is taken up by the antibodies. That means in immediate type of hypersensitivity, antibodies involved. Hence, the antibodies involved in this hypersensitivity, it is called as antibody-mediated type of hypersensitivity. It is very most important. So delayed hypersensitivity. In delayed hypersensitivity, the T cells are involved. Hence, it is called as a cell-mediated involved. So the immediate type of hypersensitivity can passively transfer from one host to the another via serum because the serum contains the antibodies. That's why it transfer from one person to the another person via the serum. But whereas in delayed hypersensitivity, it does not transfer from one person to the another person via serum, but it can be transferred from one host to the another via the T cells. So an immediate type of hypersensitivity, it can be easily desensitized by drugs. When any person suffering with the immediate type of hypersensitivity, we can cure by using the small doses of the drugs. But whereas in delayed hypersensitivity, it cannot be easily desensitized by the drugs. So last one, so it is the immediate type of hypersensitivity inhibited by the antihistamine drugs. So we use antihistamine drugs by cure the immediate type of hypersensitivity. But whereas in delayed hypersensitivity, we can use corticosteroid to decrease the hypersensitivity reactions. So, so now we can discuss elaborately the different types of hypersensitivity. So number one, type 1 hypersensitivity, it is called as a anaphylactic hypersensitivity. The anaphylactic type hypersensitivity, it belongs to the immediate type of hypersensitivity. That means the anaphylactic hypersensitivity reactions occurred in the body within minutes and disappears very rapidly. So it is the most dangerous hypersensitivity reactions because in anaphylactic hypersensitivity there is no protective agents. So this the term anaphylaxis was coined by Richard. Anaphylaxis means without protection. That means if any person if suffer from the anaphylactic hypersensitivity, he dies immediately. In anaphylaxis, previously sensitized organism produced overimmune responses by releasing histamine, serotonin, and vasoactive substances. These are very dangerous substances. So let's discuss the mechanism of anaphylactic hypersensitivity. So in anaphylactic hypersensitivity, antigens are entered into the organism at first time. They attach to the B cells. So the first entered antibodies are attached to the B cells and stimulate the B cells to produce to the antibodies. The B cells are not directly produces the antibodies. The B cells convert into the plasma cells and produces the antibodies. So the antibodies are liberated or delivered from the plasma cells, which are the modified cells of B cells. So these antibodies are attached to the mast cells. Okay, the B cell antibodies are attached to the mast cells and basophils. So this dose is called as sacking dose, and the person is immunized or sensitized. That means in sensitized person receives the antigen at first time. So in sensitized persons, antibodies are produced against the pathogens. Next one, when the sensitized person re-exposed to the same allergen or same antigen for the second time, the allergens get cross-linked to the Ig antibodies attached to the mast cells. These are the very most important. So, in anaphylactic reactions, the second endold antigens are cross-linked to the antibodies which are attached to the basophils or mast cells. So when the cross-link is appeared, when cross-link is formed, the mast cells um stimulates and liberates the granules. So the process of granules is called as granulation. These granules contains the heparin, histamine, and serotonin. So these heparin, histamine, and serotonin causes severe symptoms in the persons. So, what are the symptoms of anaphylactic hypersensitivity? So, death, diarrhea, vomiting, urticaria, and atopy. So, type 2 hypersensitivity, that is antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity. So in this, the reactions occurred antibodies and cell-associated antigens. It is very most important. In type 2 hypersensitivity, the reactions occurs antibodies and cell-associated antigens. Due to this, cells become cytotoxic and destroyed. When the cells become cytotoxic, it is called as cytotoxic hypersensitivity. The cells become cytotoxic by the effect of antibodies. So this hypersensitivity is called as antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity. So it is further classified into two types based on the type of antigen involved. One is isoimmune reaction, second one is autoimmune reactions. So in isoimmune reactions, iso means same species. So iso antigens involved. So in between in this the antigens are belongs to the two individuals, but they belongs to the same species. But whereas in autoimmune reactions, the reaction the antigens, autoantigens were involved. Autoantigens are the antigens of within the individual. So isoimmune reactions, example, blood transfusion reactions, erythroblastosis fetalis, transplant antigen reactions. So blood transfusion reactions occurs in between the two persons, but belongs to the same species. But whereas in hemolytic anemia, thrombocytopenia, and glomerulonephritis are the autoimmune reactions. These autoimmune reactions occurred within the individual. That means the antigen antibody reactions occurred within the individual. Okay, so mechanism of type 2 hypersensitivity. When antibody coated cell damage occurs in the following ways. In type 2 hypersensitivity, it is very most important hypersensitivity. The antibody coated cells damage occurs in the following ways, that is phagocytosis, lysis, killing. When they in the first phagocytosis, the macrophages engulf the antibody coated cell. That means the antibodies attached to the antigens which are present on the surface part of the cell. So these antigen antibody complex attracts the macrophages. So immediately the macrophages reach the site and engulf the cells. It is called as phagocytosis. Second one is lysis. The antibody coated cells are destroyed by lytic cells such as the natural killer cells also. So cytotoxic lytic cells. So killing the antibody coated cells are killed by the cytotoxic killer cells. So the lysis also caused by the macrophages. They liberate the some lytic enzymes. So type 3 hypersensitivity, immune complex mediated hypersensitivity. The immune complex mediated hypersensitivity, that means in this type of hypersensitivity, the immune complex is formed. What is immune complex? The antigen antibody complex is called immune complex. So in this, the B cells produce antibodies belongs to the IgG or IgM against the soluble antigens. Antibodies bind with the antigens to form antigen antibody complex. That means when in when antigen are entered into the person, immediately the B cells produces the antibodies. These antibodies are attached or reacts with the antigens and form the antigen antibody complex. This complex is called immune complex. This immune complex activated the, that means the complement activates the complement C3 and C5 and produce the anaphylatoxin and chemotaxins. These two substances damages the tissue. So this type of hypersensitivity we can see in the Arthur's reactions or serum sickness. The fourth one is a cell-mediated hypersensitivity or delayed hypersensitivity. So in cell-mediated hypersensitivity, the antibodies does not involve, only T cells are involved. And also the symptoms appear only after 24 to 72 hours, hence it is called as delayed hypersensitivity. So in this, the infectious organisms such as the bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. So what is the mechanism of cell-mediated hypersensitivity? The T cells primed to an antigen come in contact with the same antigen for second time. They release lymphokines or cytokines. It is very most important. The lymphokines activates macrophages to kill the intracellular organisms. So, for example, tuberculin reaction, that is called as Mantoux reaction, contact dermatitis, smallpox, measles, herpes, and schistosomias are all the cell-mediated type of hypersensitivity. The last one is the stimulatory hypersensitivity. So, the stimulatory hypersensitivity also produces the antibodies in the persons. That means the reactions occurs in between the antibodies and the cell surface antigens. So it stimulates and distract the cells. So in this case, the stimulatory hypersensitivity is different from the type 2 hypersensitivity. In type 2 hypersensitivity, only stimulation of antibodies occurred, but in this, it distract the cells. For example, in Graves' disease or thyrotoxicosis. Graves' disease is one of the hyperactivity. It is caused by the hyperactivity of thyroid gland. Generally, the thyroid gland produces the thyroxine hormone. Thyroxine hormone. So, the thyroxine hormone involves the metabolism of the organisms. It is very most important. It improves the growth of the organisms. So, thyrotoxicosis is a disease condition owing to the overactivity of thyroid gland. It is caused by an antibody called LATS. So, it's called as a long-acting thyroid stimulator. Long-acting thyroid stimulator. So, it is an IgG type. It acts on the thyroid cell surface antigen, which is basically a receptor for thyroid stimulating hormone produced by the pituitary gland. That means the thyroid gland is activated by specialized hormone is called as thyroid stimulating hormone, which is released from the pituitary gland. But sometimes the TSH is only initiated, motivated the thyroid gland to produce the thyroxine uh, for some time. But whereas in LATs, it continues motivated the thyroid gland so that the thyroid gland produces a high amount of the thyroxine. So due to the releasing of the high amount of the thyroxine, it leads to some severe symptoms in the persons. So when thyroid gland is hyperly active in persons, the eyes protruded to the outside. So this type of condition is called as exophthalmic goiter or Graves disease. So this is the hypersensitivity and different types of hypersensitivity. Thank you.